To make others dependent on you, one route to take is the secret intelligence tactic. By knowing other people's secrets, by holding information that they wouldn't want broadcast, you seal your fate with theirs. You are untouchable. Ministers of secret police have held this position throughout the ages. They can make or break a king, or, as in the case of J. Edgar Hoover, a president. But the role is so full of insecurities and paranoia that the power it provides almost cancels itself out. You cannot rest at ease. And what good is power if it brings you no peace? One last warning. Do not imagine that your master's dependence on you will make him love you. In fact, he may resent and fear you. But as Machiavelli said, it is better to be feared than loved. Fear you can control. Love never. Depending on an emotion as subtle and changeable
I'm just
as
getting this
love or
set up
friendship
really quick.
will only make you insecure. Better to have others depend on you out of fear of the consequences of losing you than out of love of your company. Reversal. The weakness of making others depend on you is that you are in some measure dependent on them. But trying to move beyond that point means getting rid of those above you. It means standing alone, depending on no one. Such is the monopolistic drive of a J.P. Morgan or a John D. Rockefeller. To drive out all competition, to be in complete control. If you can corner the market, so much the better. No such independence comes without a price. You are forced to isolate yourself. Monopolies often turn inward and destroy themselves from the internal pressure. They also stir up powerful resentment, making their enemies bond together to fight them. The drive for complete control is often ruinous and fruitless. Interdependence remains the law. Independence, a rare and often fatal exception. Better to place yourself in a position of mutual dependence then, and to follow this critical law rather than look for its reversal. You will not have the unbearable pressure of being on top, and the master above you will in essence be your slave, for he will depend on you. Here are some further reflections on this law. From the fables of Leo Tolstoy, The Two Horses. Two horses were carrying two loads. The front horse went well, but the rear horse was lazy. The men began to pile the rear horse's load on the front horse. When they had transferred it all, the rear horse found it easy going, and he said to the front horse, "Toil and sweat. The more you try, the more you have to suffer." When they reached the tavern, the owner said, "Why should I fodder two horses when I carry all on one? I'd better give the one all the food it wants and cut the throat of the other. At least I shall have the hide." And so he did. From Rudyard Kipling's Just So stories. The Cat That Walked by Himself. Then the woman laughed and set the cat a bowl of the warm white milk and said, "Oh, cat, you are as clever as a man. But remember that your bargain was not made with the man or the dog, and I do not know what they will do when they come home." "What is that to me?" said the cat. "If I have my place in the cave by the fire and my warm white milk 3 times a day, I do not care what the man or the dog can do." Best remember, 3 proper men out of 5 will always throw things at a cat whenever they meet him. No proper dogs will chase him up a tree. But the cat keeps his son's bargain to him. He will kill mice, just as long as they do not.
This damn internet. Oh, for fuck's sake. Terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible internet connection right now.